This is going to be video number 2 for our puzzle cube. So I'm going to close out of my browser over here and click on that little X there. Go to my B. Gannon puzzle cube, first initial, last name puzzle. And then right now what we're going to do here, we're going to start with creating a new component. So up here, this is my browser, and I don't have any components right now besides this top one. You can see I can activate that component by clicking on this little dot. But I want to create a new component, and this component is going to be called, I'm going to call it cube 1, or puzzle 1. And click OK. You can see the color changes here, and I get another component down here. This now becomes a brother or sister to this parent component here. You can see the 3 stacked cubes right there, and then this one below it is just 1 cube. So this is a parent. This is the parent. This is the brother or sister for that component. Now I've created. I'm going to click on this drop-down menu, and you can see I can show my origin. I can hide my origin if I want to. I can also show this origin or hide this origin. Right now I have this component activated, which is important. And then I want to create a sketch. To create a sketch, simply come up here to create sketch, or you can come on down here to create a sketch too. Either or is fine. I'm going to create the sketch on my top plane. So you can see over here, I can zoom out. This is my left side plane or right side plane, my front plane, and this would be my top plane. If you're looking at your UCS over here in the upper right, I'm going to select that top plane. Now for this here, I'm going to focus on this right area right here, this upper right area. This is the positive X, and then the positive Y and positive X. And I want to start with the line tool. So line, simply. And then I'm going to start drawing here. Okay, I'm going to draw out where I think my cube will go. So this one here, I'm going to draw straight up, and I'm working with number 1 right now. I'm going to draw straight up here. And I'm going to type as I go here, so I can draw straight up. You can see that's 0.6 inches. I want to do 0.5. 0.5, enter, half an inch. And I'm going to keep on going around here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can see everything. And it's going to give me dimension lines as I go. So line tool. Now I'm going to go, we'll see, I want to start there. I'm going to choose where I want to start. Now I'm going to go to the left here. And on this cube, 0.5, enter. Okay, and then I'm going to go straight up here. And this one's going to be 0.5 also. Okay, because every cube is a half an inch. And I'll show you here in a second what I'm working on. But this here, I'm just going to draw this out. So again here, I'm going to go 0.5. And keep on with my line tool here. And 0.5. Like so. And if I click, here, and then I also want to go up, straight up. Okay, so I'm just drawing out my first shape in a flat view. And actually this one's going to go over another 0.5. 0.5. Enter. Line tool. You can also press L for the line tool. 0.5 up. Okay, go over 0.5. And I'm clicking. And I'm going to go down 1, like so. And I'm going to go over 0.5, like so. And down 0.5, like so. And over, almost done here, 0.5, down. And I can drag it past that origin, 0.5, click, and click to close it up. Now, once you get a blue shape, this means that your object is joined. Okay, your object is ready, it's fully constrained. All of these little marks along the side here are constraints. If I press the escape key, I can get rid, so I was in the sketch mode. If I press the escape key, it kind of clears my screen. My constraints live up here. You have a horizontal, vertical. You have a coincident constraint, you have an equal constraint, you have a parallel constraint, you also have a perpendicular, you also have a fixed and unfixed. This can help with fixing some dimensions at times. You have a midpoint constraint, you have a concentric, so making things similar. You have a collinear, you have a symmetry, and then you have a curvature. The ones here on the left are probably the ones we use the most often in three-dimensional design software. And you can see all these different constraints on here if I zoom in. So all these little tiny notches right here, these are all different constraints, and that's a perpendicular constraint. Okay, perpendicular. Lots of perpendicular constraints on that one. And then I can simply click on Finish Sketch. Okay, Finish Sketch over there. If I want to go back into that sketch, let's say I messed that sketch up. I want to click on this left arrow, this arrow here, and then I want to click on this sketch, and I want to right-click, and I'm going to go down to Edit Sketch. So I'm back in that sketch now, and now I can add to the sketch. I can delete a line if I wanted to, and simply delete it. Command-Z undoes that. You can also go over here at times. I like to hide my dimensions and my constraints just to see my object a little bit better. Okay, so hiding my dimensions and constraints to see things a bit better. And then I'll finish the sketch. Hey, one thing I forgot to mention here, and I'll make sure I mention this to everyone before you begin drawing. Under document settings, we want to make sure that we're working in inches. There will be specific applications where we will work in the metric system, but document settings, units, and you want to make sure that we're in inches. Okay, and I have mine set as default, 4 inches. Okay, this is my first piece now. And I'm going to get a 3-dimensional view up here, so I can come up top here and click on the home icon. And now I want to extrude this. Okay, to extrude it, you can press E, or you can come up here to the extrude button. You can see it adds depth, and I'll click on this here. And I want to go straight up, so directions here. Okay, profile plane, this is my profile plane. I want to go one direction. I want to go a distance. And the distance I want to go is going to be 0.5. So same idea here, 0.5. And operation, I want to do a new body. Click OK. Any body we create is what we're going to be 3D printing. Okay, you can see my body is right here. And that's my body for that. And my body has a sketch associated with it. Also here, I like seeing some colors. If you go to Inspect and Display Component Colors, I can turn it on and I can turn it off. The colors just help me identify what color or what shape I'm working with. And then to finish this off here, we're going to go back up here. I'm going to close my puzzle 1 and just keep things organized. And I want to go back to my component, top component. You must activate that top component. Okay, that's one of the most important factors working with Fusion 360. Command S can save it. User saved, that's okay. And that's going to be end of video 2.